answer for both of your questions is actually just marketing. So, first of all, it's the function that I think wasn't addressed properly in a way that we didn't really have a SEM-long partner this SEM. And several of our events aren't really that well marketed. That's exactly why I want that function, because I want to improve it in a way that, for example, aside from teaching the council associates on how to do sponsorship marketing, I also want to have, along with my partner, if ever I do become marketing counselor, I want to be able to have like a workshop that will teach the project heads of specific projects on how to do sponsorship marketing, because I know that some of them haven't even marketed before, and it's really hard to reach them for the very first time. So yeah, I want to be a marketing counselor if ever I do get elected.
I would vote for Kate. Well, since actually I don't know some of the people here, I've never worked with them, but I've definitely worked with Kate with some projects, especially in Business Week, and she's very dedicated. She has a lot of ideas, and I've discussed with her about our plans for our council next year, and then I really think that she is capable to deliver the things that she plans, and I really think I could work well with her. So that's it.
Okay, maybe I would scrap the intercollegiate project, not because it's not because it's a bad project, but then I think that we have to focus more on on our main stakeholders, which are the PhD students. I mean, okay, we can go through the tip, but then we have to involve more us students. Maybe get us you involve more. So you try to mobilize the people now. Okay, you give them functions also for that project. So that's why my platform actually is focused more on the student body themselves, answering for their needs first. No? That's why the grievance and feedback first, the mentorship first, before we go to our external partners.
Personally, I believe that there is actually a need for CBA students to be involved in the issues and matters of the college and university basis. And how am I going to do this? As what I've said in my SPOA and GPOA, we need to truly empower the students. And empowering the students, increasing their awareness is just the first step. However, it's not sufficient just to increase their awareness about these issues and matters. Because if we really want to empower them, we need to give them proactive roles. I mean, empower them in such a way that they have a voice, they can influence the outcome of whatever issue or matter that we are discussing. So at the end of the day, it's just a matter of involving them in such a way that they can have, they will be able to create an impact, not just support something or just to say there's that. I mean, they can influence the outcome. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your question. Actually, based on all my plans currently, I'm eyeing for the Ops Counselor function. This is because I believe that a lot of processes in our council have to be optimized still, and some of our activities may or may not be so well executed, even if they are really very meaningful and value-adding. So by this, I'm planning to introduce some sort of an operations manual for the whole council to serve as a guideline for what we do. And also, there's this, I plan also to revamp, I have additions to the leadership program, like to create a CA handbook to better help the councilors and the council associates have a guideline sort of on how they should deal with the many projects and whatever output they have to produce. So thank you very much for your question.
Function right now is marketing, and I believe that there's a problem with marketing now. Like sponsors, we are able to get them in the first semester, but then we're not able to have good relations with them. Like through with the cafeteria, it's the same thing. So I think that we should be able to coordinate well with them and give them like more benefits, better benefits, so that we will be attracted to come sponsor for us and be like mga cafeteria relations.
How do you balance
Okay.
your work in the
Also, the project, syempre, they're more immediate. So, syempre, we can address those projects first. And syempre, we don't just let go of the other may function rin. At the same time, I can also do my function for priority ko pa rin the project because they're more the immediate ones. Na projects.
Thank you, Chef, for that question. So, first of all, regarding how I will balance my time, I think in my past years in this college, I was able to do that because usually every sem I'm part of 2 to 3 different orgs. And aside from this, also ACAD. So regarding being part of council, I think I would first know which project would be most important. So for example, regarding ACAD, there's an upcoming exam. Of course, I would also prioritize that because before being a leader, I'm also a student. But however, if I know that there are upcoming projects which are more necessary and which need more of my time, I would prioritize that because going into council is not a joke and it requires great dedication. So with proper time management, knowing your priorities and knowing where you're most needed, that's how I think I'll be able to balance all my activities and what I need to do. Thank you.
For the question. First, I agree with most of the platforms here because my platform mainly revolves around the premise that to start the change that we want to see, we have to start with ourselves. So most of my most of the projects in my GPOA are academic oriented. Now, for doing that, I believe that doing the line is very. I will draw the line if we get if I think that because we have this preconceived notion that the students here like messaging social media parang BA wala naman parang we're not really socially active. So I integrated then one of my projects to have a multi-chat numerous channels that will will receive feedback from the students. From this, we could build on it and address the university issues. 3 issues.
Thank you for that wonderful question. I believe yung pinagkaiba ko sa mga ibang platforms ng ibang candidates is that aside from helping out in the projects of the council and the endeavors of my co-councilors, my advocacy is actually on social involvement and social enterprise. If you're aware din sa isang platform, dun sa social involvement, it's makibaka, yung BA, yung back nun, baka. It's parang, hindi, back, BAC. It's actually a contingent plan. If there's any other major social demonstrations in our term, we're ready to respond with a physical contingent. Mga ipapadalang tao dun sa demonstration mismo. Kasi okay pag online share ng movement, pero we need someone, a representative from CBA to actually be there. Thank you.
Hi, so first of all, why vote for me? Why vote for me? First of all, sabi ko nga sa mga RTR ko, I want to increase awareness and social involvement of students sa CBA. Not just increase awareness in such a sense na parang alam lang natin yung mga issue na ganito at ganito lang, hanggang dito lang tayo. Why vote for me? Because I know that I can push further than what we can do. Through the sa campaign natin against the remaining, medyo naging lenient tayo when it comes to that. And medyo naging shallow yung ating campaigns towards that. So I want to increase pa yung pag-push natin sa kung ano talaga yung gusto natin at kung ano talaga yung nararating students natin. Next, why vote for me? Because I know that I can empower and embody the students well. I know their rights. I know kung ano ba nakakarapat sa kanila at kung ano yung tama. So, ayun. Basically, that's it. Thank you.
I think na yung council, during the first parts of the name change, hindi tayo ganun responsive. We were talking about it and we wanted to do something about it. Pero it did not translate to a lot of action na you would expect na university level issue as what we claim it to be. Pero itong second sem na nagkaroon ng final decision yung BOR, nag-boost tayo ng efforts and I really find it admirable of the council to do that. What's your other question?
What would
what could have been done better. Sana kung from the start pa lang, kasi simulang-simula pa lang. And I know that it started ng BAC 2013, right? 2014, yes, during the college assembly. It started ng gano'n. So, sana from that moment pa lang, sinimulan na natin yung paglaban about it at yung pagkuha ng pulso ng mga estudyante. So, yeah, but I think that what we're doing right now is good, and I think that it will translate to good results.
Actually, yung parang naisip ko talaga na gawin is, yun nga, I'm not actually targeting everyone to join the social demonstration, but actually only those who are interested. Tapos bigyan ng avenue sila. For example, dun sa million people march sa Luneta, tipong marami tayong resources sa council, we have plenty of friends. Siguro we can allot siguro mga 5 na may kotse, tapos magpag-break sa council CBA, whoever wants to join can join, pick up the steps, 9 p.m., 8 p.m., tapos punta dun, para lang may solid tayong identity, solid na group na from CBA, pupunta mismo sa grounded student event in the future din. Parang, it's not something that will solve it, pero at least may contingent tayo, official contingent, physically here. Thank you.
So as Sophie's batch reps, I think one of my experiences as one was that it's really hard sometimes to get people to be involved, and you can't just rely on text breaks or like posting it online. You just really need to have the personal approach. So I think as a counselor, for future events, I'm going to keep that in mind, and that when we have events that I know that will really help people, and I'll really think of the events that will really are targeted to specific kinds of people, I'll use the personal approach next time.
Okay, for me, I realized as sophomore batch trip that the students here in CBA are really diverse. What is interesting to others may not be interesting to some. And also, na-amplify pa yun with the pagpunta ng mga Tacloban students. They were very different, and feeling ko, we need to cater to this diversity. Diversity translates to different needs and different wants, and they feel that things may not be interesting for them na na-offer na ngayon. So, kailangan natin hanapin yung similarities and that diversity and do something about it para we can be united as a college.
As a bachelor for 1 year ng sophomores, na-realize ko na, mahirap mag-unite na maraming tao. Pero at the end of it all, kailangan makunin yung parang commonalities nila para makuha mo yung unity nila. So sa mga ganito, for example, ako tumatakbo bilang counselor, gagamitin ko itong practice na to ng mga tutunan ko kung paano ba talaga mag-unite ng tao sa mga issues na dapat hinaharap ng mga estudyante. And so that we can act over these issues and solve these issues. So that's all. Thank you.
There are times wherein I don't know how to balance between academics and council work. I know that some of my council members will agree that sometimes I let go of my ACADS just to focus on the projects and initiatives. So if ever that might hinder me next year, especially with the higher ACAD load, and as a graduating student, I might be focusing on other endeavors. So I just need to further improve my time management skills. That's all.
For me, it's really about being very tense a lot of times. I tend to overthink about the things that I have to do, so I really sometimes I end up spending more time doing so. But I think, and sometimes also academics affects me, may hinder me from doing my part. But I think that what I should do and what I have always been doing is looking back to my vision, looking for that motivation and that drive to continue producing great output and hopefully to not break the trust of the population.
Luckily, by having that experience, I'm able to both manage events and at the same time manage people. So that will help me to be part of our council. Thank you.
I one of my greatest achievements is college is being one of the finalists for the PNG Student Excellence Award. Well, from like around 100 people, I was chosen after how many screening process, interviews, tests, to be one of the finalists. And I think being one of the finalists for this award signifies that I do embody the excellence that I can bring to council and in the projects and functions that I would handle if elected into council. Thank you.
I think my greatest achievement in college would be becoming a speaker in the GT Student Leaders Talk because I've never been the type of person who would talk in front of a group of people, but then that event I was able to overcome my fear, and from that time I felt like I could really do something, and I really have this, I want to strive to do more and to improve myself for the better.
I believe the greatest achievement in my college life so far was being given the opportunity to work for the adult committee in my organization because it helped me develop my character, it broke me down, and I believe it developed my threshold for pain and stress to be prepared for the rigors of council work.